Right, well, g'day and welcome back. We are here today to cover an update on Monsieur Alchemist and his little base. So, previously when we caught up, we'd only sort of just done the outside and a little tiny bit of the inside, and we hadn't really populated much in here. We only kind of had a couple of athanors in here and that was it. And I mentioned I was going to put quite a few books and whatnot in here because that is what he produces. So I've started with that. We've also thrown a laboratory in here as well, just as a demo one, and we've also got the one that he produces on down there. I'll probably add a few more little things in here just to kind of really make this quite busy in here because there's a lot of space. And I'm thinking I may chuck a couple of cubes off that low roof there. There's not a heck of a lot of space to actually do that because we've got the waterfall there. But I'll have to work on it. Don't know what I'm walking on there. That's very weird. I've added in a steel grate there because I haven't added one anywhere in. I'd really love it if I could kind of chain it to the roof. I just think it's something that's a little bit cool. But again, that was sort of, you know, as we discussed last time in the update with this build, the Alchemist has a real kind of, you know, metal kind of feel. So, you know, a lot of his tools are sort of metal. He's got the, you know, this here, the cooking, the bowl thing that goes on the alchemy station, the athanor that goes on the laboratory there, and as well as that he does the books. So, and we spoke about that I sort of wanted to keep a theme with the, you know, the gates and also the tiles that I used on the bottom here. So we're going to try and maintain that throughout. And he also does that mortar as well. So there's quite a few sort of metallic things that he does. So I'm yet to decide on what we're going to do in terms of the walls, if we add any sort of paintings and whatnot in. They're a thing that sort of takes a lot of resources, so I'm a bit reticent to actually sort of, you know, go ahead and just bombard the environment with tons of paintings. I do need to work on covering or uncovering. I kind of left both here, as you'll see above the door. I'm kind of trying to decide which one I like. I think for the tile I actually used the I don't have it on me. I think it's the mycelium, actually. The mycelium, not the mycelium, it's the moldy one, the algae one. The one that I've got on the floor there, it makes mushrooms. That one there. Still yet to decide on that. So that's a couple of the big changes. I haven't sort of gone through and fixed this terribly up as yet. What I have done is added a bit of floor in. What I got thinking about was, and you know, this will kind of flow through, you know, I wanted to kind of create the mythology of the waterfall here, so these stairs don't kind of really jibe with that. So I think what I'll do is I'll change the material on them, and I'll also change the material on these stairs here and this floor here, which shouldn't take too much doing. I only just thought about that today actually. So that'll be one of the changes I do make. We also do have a front counter now. As we mentioned last time, we were going to go through and fix that up. And I've decided to go with the, I can't remember what you call those lanterns, the iron ones. So, coming through into the residence now, and this is where a heck of a lot of changes have taken place. So, we've lit this corridor now, and coming out here, we now have a fully functioning pathway and fully planted as well. So, you can see that sort of providing a little bit of, you know, coverage and privacy to the farmer's residence down there. I'm still, you know, sort of waiting to see what all the plantings look like. I might throw something that's a little bit more bushy in here to sort of block that off. But, you know, this is just sort of preliminary plantings and preliminary setup. And what I've got going out here now, and we mentioned last time, I sort of, you know, I wasn't sure what this walkway out here was going to be, but, you know, it comes out into a sort of sprawling vista. And I figured the best way to kind of utilize that would be to have the sort of outdoor dining area here. So that's what we've got. We've got our little outdoor dining. So you can kind of sit here and take in the views of the two towers. Now, that actually raised a couple of questions in terms of the privacy for the farmer residents, which we'll speak about in a minute. And we touched on in the video last week when we took a look at the farmer's residence, if you didn't catch up with that one. But I'll touch on that in a second. So I've thrown a couple of old bookshelves in here that I need to sort of populate with sort of plates and whatnot. And I've done a little bit of a different kind of fire this time. I thought I'd, mix it up and make it a little bit different. It's a little bit more realistic kind of size, this one. So I think we'll go with that. I'm not really sure about those ectoplasm blocks behind the counter or not as yet. I might just sort of make them a pale green one that we used on the farmer feature wall. See how that goes. And we've used an iron grate around the outside here as well. But as you can see, you do get some really beautiful views from here, and it's something that's really well positioned, I think, and we ended up sort of going out as far as I thought we would in terms of planting and whatnot. Now, as I briefly touched on in my last update video as well, the plan eventually for my residence was to sort of come, my residence is going to sprawl all the way across here and go, pretty much this entire space from the wall all the way to here, 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 all the way to here. So that's the plan for it. And we're going to have, a second level entry up here from, here somewhere. And also going to have a lower level entry in as well that kind of comes into Flameborn's Cafe as well. And, I'll probably have my own little path through the forest here. So I decided that I'd plant out some trees, and this directly relates to the Alchemist residence, because eventually what the plan will be is that you can kind of sit here at Flameborn's and the trees will just kind of grow across enough where you've still got views of the towers and whatnot over there, but you don't have views down to the dining area down there for the Alchemist. So that's the eventual plan. So I'll plant a few little sort of lower things here. I planted, I think these are capsicums, just to kind of see how they grow. So it's going to be one of those things I'm going to have to kind of tweak and sort of buggerize around with quite a lot in terms of the build, but that's fine, I don't mind that. So that's the kitchen and surrounding areas. And what we've done downstairs here, and again, this is kind of, I wanted this to be sort of a dual purpose thing and a, easy access. So you can kind of come in here and go straight down to the bedroom, or you can go from the bedroom straight out into the workplace for the Alchemist. So he can come down here now, and this little space here is going to be a little sort of garden, and that'll be sort of giving protection over there to the farmer residence in terms of views. And I'll pot out all of these edges and whatnot here in garden soil, and I may sort of put a few little bushes and whatnot here to sort of provide a little bit of gap over there. But the main plan for here, this area here is going to be the bedroom, and only a small bedroom, but what the plan is, and I may sort of extend this further out, maybe another sort of block of 8 just there sort of thing. The plan is to kind of have the bed kind of aligned this way with views out to there, sort of not so much over there, or have it, aligned here with sort of views out to, over there somewhere. Because as you know, with these things, because it's square, you pick a direction. So I still haven't sort of, crystallized what the plan there is going to be. Down here, we've got a sort of little lower level bathroom, and you know, you've still got some kind of views out from here. And again, this will sort of, by the time I plant out, that'll be a little bit protected from the farmer's residence over there. And the other thing that we did, and this was kind of in conjunction with the farmer's residence, and I haven't let these kind of grow out yet. What I wanted to do is kind of just plant them and just kind of buggerize around with the build and see how they grew as I went along. So I planted a few of the different types of trees in here, just to sort of see how high they grow, A, and B, what they look like, and sort of, you know, what sort of protection they give as well. So I can, you know, I've got a lot of scope to kind of plant sort of down there right against the wall, even if I want to. And if they grow up to sort of here somewhere, that'd be great. So I wouldn't even mind if I had no views from here, kind of out to about where my head is, really, about where that stone is behind me. I'd be fine with that, because that would provide sort of privacy over to the farmer residence over there. The farmer couldn't see in, I couldn't see in on the farmer. And as we discussed with all of the other parts of the build, you know, it's a bit of a delicate kind of balancing act on how you plant everything out, and it's gonna, you know, it'll be something that kind of evolves over time. And as you can see, you know, there's tons of different things to sort of think about when I'm building for all of these residences and all the rest of it. So I know I must kind of seem like I rabbit on a lot of these videos, but there's a lot of detailing and a lot of thought that I need to kind of put into place for each of the residences. All right, well, that'll wrap us up for this one. Next time we catch up next week, we'll probably do a bit of an update, because there's a lot of general changes just in terms of the property here in general, and the town in general, that I've put into place, and I plan to put into place over the next couple of days. So next time we catch up, we'll take a look at those. All right, well, once again, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.